Did you know that there's a firearm so unique, so mysterious, that it can pull off something no other weapon can? Let me set the stage. Guns, by their very nature, leave behind traces. Spent casings, gunshot residue, even the physical damage from the bullet itself. These clues open doors for investigators, pieces of evidence to reconstruct crimes. But what if there was a gun that defied this very principle? What if there was a weapon that left behind virtually no trace at all? Sounds like science fiction, right? But in reality, such a firearm exists, legally and undeniably, and the implications are fascinating. Now, the first thing you might imagine is a high-tech military prototype, maybe laser weapons or plasma disruptors straight out of a sci-fi movie. But no, this gun has a physical barrel, it uses ammunition, and it fires projectiles just like any other firearm. Meet the CIA's infamous piece of tech, the AquaDart pistol, officially codenamed the Silent Bullet Project. This isn't just a gun, it's a scientific marvel and an investigative nightmare. You see, the AquaDart pistol doesn't use conventional bullets. Instead, its projectiles are almost entirely made of ice. Yes, actual ice. Here's how it works and why this is so groundbreaking. The pistol utilizes rapid freezing technology integrated into the weapon's core mechanics. When fired, the AquaDart pistol propels a small, high-density ice dart with such precision and velocity that it behaves just like a solid bullet. Upon impact, it has the devastating physical damage potential of traditional lead ammo. But here's the kicker. After the dart penetrates, the ice melts completely, leaving behind no substantial physical evidence for traditional ballistic analyses. The engineering behind such a device is staggering, but what makes it downright chilling is its purpose. The AquaDart pistol was initially conceptualized during the peak of Cold War espionage. Think about it. An assassin armed with a weapon that literally evaporates any meaningful link to its use. Or a defector attempting escape, where even the weapon recovered would provide no ballistic matchable clues. It's terrifyingly efficient. And this raises some ethical and legal questions. How do you regulate or investigate crimes that use weapons designed to self-destruct their evidence? You'd have to rely on everything except bullet forensics, eyewitness testimonies, digital surveillance, DNA contamination left by the assailants at the scene, and so on. Essentially, you'd have only the skill of human investigation to fill the gaps left by science. But let's return to the mechanics. Firing an ice projectile sounds simple at first glance, doesn't it? Freeze some water, mold it into a dart shape, and pull the trigger. Not so fast. For the AquaDart pistol to function reliably, the high-density ice must maintain its structural integrity even under the explosion-like pressures that take place inside the gun's chamber and while traveling at ballistic speed toward its target. The secret lies in how the ice is crafted. It's not just frozen water. Special cooling additives and incredibly precise shaping create a sort of super ice. Scientists refer to this as dense crystalline ice, and its properties make it one of the hardest and most impact-resistant materials. Add very low temperatures, and you've got a bullet that can pierce targets like steel or lead projectiles. But as soon as it delivers its impact, it rapidly melts, destroying the evidence entirely. Now let's rewind to when the concept first came to life. During the Cold War, global intelligence agencies were always seeking tools that would give their operatives an edge over rivals. Think of gadgets like poison umbrellas, shoe-mounted recorders, or exploding pens. The AquaDart pistol emerged from this same crucible of Cold War innovation. According to declassified documents from the late 20th century, this gun was specifically designed for covert infiltration missions. Its development gave way to other experimental disappearing evidence weapons, sparking both shock and intrigue from the international intelligence community. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, deploying such weapons brings its own challenges. Early iterations of the AquaDart pistol struggled with durability and practicality. Extreme temperatures were required to operate the pistol, rendering it less effective in warmer climates. But modern iteration prototypes allegedly solve these issues using environmentally adaptable cooling cartridges within the firearm. Can you imagine? A gun equipped with its own temperature regulation unit just to fire ice bullets. It feels as though we're living in the pages of a spy novel. It gets even more curious. While the Aqua Dart pistol is often shrouded in myth and misinformation, actual evidence of its existence surfaces time and time again. Reports suggest that select law enforcement bodies around the world quietly continue testing this technology, but heavily restrict its use due to moral concerns. After all, the weapon's forensic-eluding nature could be misused in unregulated environments. There's also the concern for international law surrounding the use of such firearms during conflicts. They straddle the line between being weapons of precision and symbols of silent, untraceable lethality. So here lies the paradox. What started as a means to prevent misunderstandings during combat, ensuring only intended targets are taken out effectively, has morphed into a weapon that questions the notion of accountability itself. How comfortable are we with tech? This advanced, dismantling age-old investigative principles. The answer, perhaps, depends on which side of history you stand. And we're just getting to the best part. Did you know one prototype of the Aqua Dart pistol was reportedly auctioned in a private sale in the late 90s? Rumors are blurry, but some say it raked in millions, not because of its functionality, which even collectors doubted at the time, but for what it represents. A weapon so taboo, so out of reach, that only whispers confirm its existence. And to this day, no official owner has stepped forward to claim that artifact. It's vanished into someone's private vault of extreme collectibles. Imagine holding a firearm that melts away its very crime scene. It exists, it works, and it challenges everything we thought we knew about firearms. But there's one more twist. Advancements didn't stop there. Today, researchers are repurposing the technology behind the Aqua Dart to design eco-friendly weapons for wildlife management. Instead of using tranquilizer darts, the updated iteration incorporates non-toxic ice projectiles that pose no environmental harm. Hunted animals would feel the impact without ingesting harmful chemicals, and the remains of these harmless bullets would simply melt seamlessly into the ecosystem over time. So, what do you think? From the murky world of Cold War espionage to eco-conscious applications in wildlife preservation, this gun that once worked to erase evidence might end up saving the environment. The Aqua Dart pistol isn't just a story about firearms. It's a tale about how humankind's determination to innovate can lead us to astonishing, almost alien ideas.